told you to be good. They told you to be fair. They told you to wait your turn. And where has it gotten you? Strength isn't found in a waiting line. It's forged in the fire of being betrayed, being underestimated, and being left alone in the dark to save yourself. The man you are destined to become is not born from comfort. He is carved from chaos. This is the first truth you must swallow, and it is a bitter one. The world doesn't reward the deserving. It rewards the relentless. Life isn't a fairy tale. It's a battlefield. As the great political philosopher Niccolò Machiavelli understood, power is never given. It is taken. Forget fairness. Fairness is a lullaby sung to keep the ambitious asleep. No one cares about your struggle. Your potential means nothing until it's proven. If you are not willing to become ruthless, not with others, but with your own excuses, your own time, and your own weakness, then you have already chosen to fail. The journey begins with 2 brutal admissions. First, no one is coming to save you. Second, everything is your responsibility. This is the foundation. If you cannot accept this, this path is not for you. But if you can, if you feel a fire lighting inside you, then declare it. Go to the comments and write this creed. I am my own savior. Because your transformation doesn't start with a wish. It starts with a war against the man you used to be. 1. Discipline is self-mastery. Freedom is the word on every man's lips, but few understand its price. They think freedom is the absence of rules. That is a lie. Unchecked impulse is not freedom. It is the most pathetic form of slavery. You become a puppet to your cravings, your moods, your fleeting desires. True freedom is sovereignty, the absolute rule over the kingdom of yourself. This is only possible through discipline. Discipline is the iron law you impose on your own weakness. It's the quiet contract you sign with your future self every single morning. The Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That is the heart of discipline. Your feelings don't get a vote. Your fatigue doesn't get a say. Your motivation is irrelevant. The disciplined man acts anyway. Discipline builds the architecture of your power. It's the daily, deliberate act of choosing the hard right over the easy wrong. This isn't about self-punishment. It's about self-creation. It is the force that makes you calm in the storm, clear in the chaos, and master of the only empire you can truly own, the one between your ears. Make this your oath. Comment below. Discipline is my throne. Write it, believe it, because the moment you master yourself, no circumstance and no person can ever be your master again. 2. Achieve power through intense focus. Your power is a beam of light. When scattered, it illuminates nothing. When concentrated, it burns through steel. The world is full of talented failures. They fail not from a lack of ability, but from a mind scattered across 1,000 trivialities. The strongest man is not the one who does everything. He is the one who chooses one great purpose and dedicates his entire being to it. He burns his other ships so there is no retreat. He becomes a spear, not a net. Focus is the amplifier of your will. To achieve it, you must guard your attention more fiercely than a king guards his treasure. Your attention determines your reality. What you focus on, you become. Do not allow your priceless focus to be stolen by the meaningless drama on social media, the endless noise of the news, or the shallow opinions of the crowd. Every second you give to distraction is a brick you steal from the temple of your own greatness. Imagine a magnifying glass on a sunny day. Left on its own, it does nothing. But hold it steady, focusing the sun's rays on a single point, and it will start a fire. Your focus is that magnifying glass. Your will is the sun. Direct it, hold it steady, and you will become a force of nature. Declare this in the comments. My focus is my fire. Because when your mind is fortified by a singular mission, the world of temptation and distraction becomes nothing but smoke. 3. Turn hardship into strength. Life will hit you. It will knock you down. This is not a possibility. It is a guarantee. Resilience is the ability to get back up, but we must go deeper. The goal is not just to survive the blow, but to become stronger because of it. This is the concept of anti-fragility. A teacup is fragile, it shatters under stress. A steel bar is resilient, it endures stress, but a human soul can be anti-fragile. It can use stress to grow. Like a bone that heals stronger after a fracture, you must learn to use failure, hardship, and pain as fuel. The Stoics had a saying, "The obstacle is the way." Every problem you face is not a roadblock. It is resistance training for your spirit. Do not curse your challenges. Bless them. They are the harsh teachers you need to become unbreakable. When failure comes, don't say, "Why me?" Ask, "What can this teach me?" The man who fears hardship will always be weak because he runs from the very thing that would make him strong. But the man who embraces it becomes invincible. His strength is no longer proven in times of ease, but in the heart of the storm. Let them see you walk through fire and come out the other side, not burned, but forged. 4. Consistency builds empires. Greatness is not born in a single glorious moment. That is a fantasy. Greatness is the result of thousands of small, boring, and disciplined choices that no one sees. This is the power of consistency. Talent is common. Ambition is everywhere. But consistency is the quiet god that separates the amateur from the master. Think of a stonemason creating a statue. It is not one mighty blow that reveals the form, but 10,000 precise, repetitive taps of the chisel. That is your work. That is your life. The world celebrates the finish line, but it forgets the thousands of mornings the runner ran in the dark, alone. Consistency is not glamorous. It is the relentless act of showing up when the applause has faded and the motivation has gone. It is the engine of momentum. Small daily efforts compound over time, creating an avalanche of progress from what started as a single snowflake of action. This is the ultimate weapon because it is available to everyone, yet few have the fortitude to wield it. Consistency makes success not a matter of luck, but a matter of time. You will stumble. You will have days where you feel you've made no progress. It doesn't matter. The act of showing up is the victory. Commit to this truth. Comment below, "Consistency is my weapon," because the man who can be counted on by himself every single day will one day be a man the world cannot stop. Cannot. 5. Use solitude to build strength. In an age of endless noise, silence is power. Most men fear being alone because, in the silence, they are forced to meet the man they've been avoiding, themselves. You must do the opposite. You must weaponize your solitude. Solitude is not loneliness. Loneliness is a weakness. Solitude is a strategic retreat. It is the war room where you sharpen your mind, clarify your mission, and build your strength without distraction. The great philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche said, "The voice of beauty speaks softly. It steals only into the most awakened souls." In solitude, you awaken your soul. When you are alone, the masks dissolve. There's no one to impress, no ego to feed. It is just you and the truth. In these moments, you confront your flaws, you strategize your future, and you build an inner fortress so strong that the opinions of the outside world become irrelevant. A man comfortable in solitude radiates a unique power. He doesn't need validation. His energy is his own. It is not borrowed from the crowd. He enters the world not as a beggar seeking attention, but as a king returning to his court, calm, centered, and in command. Use your solitude to read, to train, to think, to build. While others are distracting themselves to death, you are preparing for life. Make this your declaration. Comment below. Solitude is my forge, because in the quiet fire of being alone, the greatest version of yourself is created. 6. Protect your energy at all costs. Your energy, your vitality, is your most precious currency. You can have all the ambition in the world, but without the vitality to execute, you have nothing. The strongest man isn't the one with infinite energy. He's the one who is a master of investing it. Commanding your vitality starts with a ruthless audit. Every thought, every conversation, every action either fuels you or drains you. Most people bleed their life force away on petty arguments, mindless scrolling and worrying about things they cannot control. They are spiritually and mentally bankrupt. You must become a fierce guardian of your vitality. Your energy belongs to your mission, your health, your growth, and your legacy. It does not belong to trivialities. This means cutting out people who drain you, ignoring news and gossip that enrages you for no purpose, fueling your body with intention, not garbage, protecting your sleep as if it were sacred. Your vitality is your presence. It's the force people feel when you enter a room. A man with high, focused vitality commands respect without saying a word. To achieve this, you must do less, but better. Eliminate the non-essential. Go all in on what truly matters. Become a master of channeling your power, not just having it. Comment these words and make them your law. My vitality serves my vision. Live by this, and you will become a force of nature in a world of tired, distracted men. 7. Develop an unbreakable mind. The ultimate battlefield is your mind. Your fortune can be lost, but a fortified mind is unconquerable. The Stoics called this your inner citadel, a fortress that no external chaos can breach. An unshakable mind begins with clarity of purpose. Without it, your mind is a ship without a rudder. With it, your mind is a compass. Train your mind to be disciplined in thought. Do not allow fear or self-pity to grow. Uproot them. Train your mind to be disciplined in thought. Your thoughts are seeds. What you plant, you will harvest. Do not allow the weeds of fear, envy, or self-pity to grow in your mental garden. Uproot them mercilessly. Instead, cultivate thoughts of strength, strategy, and resolve. Master your internal dialogue. Never speak to yourself as a victim. You are the commander. Declare it now. Comment: my mind is my fortress. 8. Armor your body. A brilliant mind in a weak body is a king in a prison. Your physical form is the instrument of your will. This is not about vanity, it is about power. Your physical presence communicates discipline and resilience before you speak. Pushing past your limits in the gym teaches your mind to push past its limits everywhere else. Train like a Spartan, not for the beach, but for the battlefield of life. Train to be capable, ready, and enduring. A strong body builds a sovereign spirit. Every workout is an act of defiance against weakness. Carve this into your code. Comment below: my body is my armor. Embody this, and you will move through the world not just as a man, but as a force. 9. Think like a general, not a soldier. Strength without strategy is chaos. Ambition without a plan is just a wish. The world is filled with powerful men who fail because they mistake brute force for power. A bull is strong, but it ends up in the slaughterhouse. The true master of power does not just act. He calculates. Life is a chessboard, not a brawl. Every move must be made with intention, looking 3 steps ahead while your opponent is only looking at the board. As Sun Tzu wrote in The Art of War, every battle is won before it is ever fought. Victory is the result of superior preparation, superior positioning, and superior foresight. Stop reacting. Start planning. Analyze the terrain of your life, your strengths, your weaknesses, the opportunities, the threats. Do not charge blindly into your goals. Chart a course. Know when to advance, when to hold your position, and most importantly, when to feign retreat, to lure your obstacles into a trap. Let this principle guide your actions. Comment below. My every move is deliberate. For the man who masters strategy no longer plays the game. He becomes the game master. 10. Control. How the world sees you. In the theatre of power, perception is reality. It is not enough to be strong. You must be seen as strong. It is not enough to be honourable. Your reputation must precede you. The man you are on the inside is only half the equation. The story the world tells about you is the other half. You must become the author of that story. If you do not define yourself, the world will gleefully define you, and it will rarely be in your favour. Machiavelli advised the prince that it was more important to appear merciful and faithful than to always be so. This is not a lesson in deceit. It is a lesson in the mastery of image. Your reputation is a tool, your most powerful weapon, or your most crippling weakness. Command your perception through your actions, your words, your silence. Act with integrity, and you will be perceived as reliable. Speak with authority and precision, and you will be perceived as a leader. Control your emotions in public, and you will be perceived as unshakable. You are the sculptor of your own monument. Every choice, every public appearance, every word you utter is another strike of the chisel. Do not be careless. Do not let others carve your image for you. Build your reputation with the same discipline you use to build your body and your mind. Let it be a fortress that protects you and a banner that announces your arrival without you ever having to speak. Make this your law. Comment, I am the author of my story, and from this day forward, write a legend. These 10 rules are not a checklist. They are the hammer and the anvil. They are a lifelong commitment to forging a new man from the ashes of the old. The world presents you with a choice: the wide, easy road of the many, ending in regret, or the steep, narrow path of the few, carved from stone and leading to the summit of your own power. Machiavelli wrote a manual on the unforgiving nature of the world. This path is not easy. It demands everything. But in return, it gives you the only prize worth having: command over your own destiny. You cease to be a feather in the wind, and you become the storm itself. The forging is over. The rain begins now. If this message resonated with the man you are fighting to become, then this is your forge. Like this video to signal your commitment. Subscribe and turn on notifications to arm yourself for the path ahead. This is not just a channel. This is the new standard. Now go and claim what is yours.